Hardpoint. Miami Heretics taking out the Paris Gentlemates in elimination round 1. Let's get it on.
An all-out battle to start this one off over towards the statue side, but his Trakes and alongside the rest of his teammates just flooding through the time. And now you put yourself instantly into a 4v2, make it a 3v1. All map control goes right to Miami.
And these are the moments where we need to really kind of keep our focus in on what the Gentlemates do, because when they're in odd man situations, the patience runs a little bit thin. They get a little bit too squirrely, move around a little bit too much, and we just get these continual staggers over and over again. But good patience here. Paris able to find a couple of response eliminations, get back into the time for P1, and now we're putting pressure on rotation.
And you got Sib already thinking about that next HP. Making a big time play, hitting a long route, now flipping those spawns. Ideal for Paris to keep themselves into this game early on. But in the final 10 seconds, Miami with their aggression, they're just going to commit everybody through the front.
Miami going to flip out the spawns, win the hard point, and now be in a position of control.
And that's already a mistake there from the Gentlemates. I know we want to make sure we're watching the OE, we're watching mid-lobby, but we need to have someone showing some kind of presence on that new time, because it can't be that easy for Miami to just bust through the front door and then punch you in the face and flip you instantly on out. Because now there's only 30 seconds remaining. You are forcing the rest of your teammates to commit through the front door. Trades are going back and forth, but it's still Miami in the time.
Side door pitch though from Neptune, not going to be completely uncovered, but he takes a couple of shots, and that's enough for Super to come back over and save the day. Reestablishment of control for Miami, playing off the backside at spawns. Really close to the hard point too, and how key could that be? Super through the mid, not going to find anything. On the front side though, Heretics, all 3 players bunkered up, and Paris can't hit this anymore. You got to try to stop the rotation away from the hill. MettalZ off to the races, 8 and 4, and the long route started to develop for Trakes.
And with so much hold time at that P2, it's going to allow Miami to work that your teammates find is going to spawn them all the way across the map. But he's going to make sure his kill is going to be the most impactful. That's the guy on time. You notice another one in bottom green. Trakes is moving.
And it's just another one of those moments that you look towards the kill feed. It's just one kill, 5 seconds later, another kill, another 5 seconds later. It's just Paris could not get themselves put together. So an opportunity here for the Heretics to really take control of this map early. MettalZ, Super, and Trakes, the 3 Heretics inside the hard point. Trophy system down to keep Rencore on the anchor. Envoy around the back corner, trying to just work his way in for some contests, but there's just not enough help from the front door on this pitch through tunnel. So you've got an opportunity here to, again, just be patient if you're Miami. Team kill comes through, Ghosty in trouble on the backside of the sub, and Super and Trakes will clear out the front for a chance to bump. That's perfect.
Yeah, this is already a scary situation to be in again for the Paris Gentlemates, because you're dying off the rotation. Now, if you are Neptune, you need to make a miraculous play, but you are surrounded by the fly on in.
Oh, but Ghosty at least forces a team kill to come through, an opportunity to potentially allow Envoy to stay alive with help from Neptune inside the hard point. Help is on the way, but it's scattered.
We gotta push it.
He's going to be in a position to try to pinch her on the back. And now all of a sudden you're trapped. MettalZ finds one at range. Ghosty trying to re-clinch over towards P1, but Super on 5 in a row is still alive and kicking with a Hellstorm. Shots over the top are perfect, and Paris will just have to continually just go one after one, getting it over to the front side of the hill.
And so far, this isn't easy what Paris are doing. To hold this from the front side, basically forfeiting the back spawns, and they've been the team from start to finish of this hill time. Finally, Miami, with the numbers, are gonna fly on in. NPCs galore, reigning supreme. They're able to soak up this final 15 seconds to keep themselves comfortable up by 70, and Super is popping take with this NPC.
14 and 6, 4 in a row, already on her Hellstorm. Looking for more as he tries to put pressure on the rotation to do. Rencore will follow there. Trakes on the backside, able to find another. Again, it's just kill. Wait a second, another kill. Paris need to find a way to get together now.
It's so difficult to do though, because Paris, they're trying to at least flood their way to the right side of the map, but all the space being secured on the side of the Heretics is making it very difficult for them to make the best decision possible, but thankfully this break is desperately needed. So 30 seconds remaining at the P1. Miami with the leader's advantage are going to try to work on some of these long routes, but they're all getting cut down. Paris is starting to fight.
Yeah, Neptune trying to call for help. Envoy trying to get there to assist, not going to work out, and now Miami, a position to win the P2 side of the map. Good win there from Sib to at least kind of counteract and throw some numbers for Paris through the map. Rencore on the cross over through the OE. Gonna get chased down, not dealt with immediately, and that's an elimination that allows Miami maybe another chance to try to play for the backside spawns.
Yeah, this is the biggest opportunity Paris is able to locate onto Neptune. Now the trade is looking to potentially be here, because Envoy doesn't connect all the shots there onto Trakes, so now there's pressure around the pack. They're already contested the spawns, and you also got to worry about a Hellstorm. Yeah, Miami are going to get this break very cleanly.
Really well timed in terms of when you call that Hellstorm in. All 4 will fall, and Paris will spawn all the way across the map. It's not a big map, but it feels large when you're moving from P4 to P2. So that's where you're super in your way. MettalZ will fall though on behind that. So now an opportunity for Paris just to go 3, 2, 1, go. Trake's little pop-up, able to find one. Oh, the shots that Ghosty are perfect over the top. He wants more. You can feel it. He's got help nearby. Trake's on 4 in a row. Still soaking hardpoint time. Little shoulder comes through. It heads a nice assist, and he may get himself a second Hellstorm here for Miami. Oh, shots from Trake's perfect. Second Hellstorm earned Miami up big.
The rookie continues to shine in respawns, teaching me new jump spots. Promise you I'm going to use that in rank play when I get indoors because your teammates are contesting for the spawns, and they have already flipped the map.
Well, at least for Paris, you stay alive through the Hellstorm, and you find a couple of kills while it's being called in. Rancor in some trouble, still with a find one before being traded. Numbers for Paris still existing. Nice shots from Trake's. Clears off the God Heady, and that's going to set up an opportunity for MettalZ and Super to run around together.
And this is where you have to be able to read this if you are the Gentlemates, but they do their best job at it, and they lose every single gunfight, one falling to a frag, so now the spawns flip again at an ideal time for Miami Heretics and a bad time for the Gentlemates. You are consistently all throughout this Colossus playing from the back foot, and with only 10 seconds left, you're going to do it again at P4.
It legitimately feels like Paris cannot put together 90 good seconds in a row.
Man.
They get 30 seconds of good time, then they get broken. Or something goes wrong in a gunfight, they lose a rotation. They just cannot put two hills together right now. So frustrating. Trake's shut down on the front. Player on the back, also gonna get met by Sib. So now a moment for Paris. You have to be able to lock on this P4 though.
And read again what Miami are gonna get throw at you because they found that opening kill through the front door with a frag, and now you can just flood with the numbers. A 3v2, and now the spawn's starting to flip. And Paris Gentlemates have no breathing room. Miami are dominating.
And it's just the timing of that pinch that comes through P1. Even if things go wrong from the front, you're still blocking spawns. Everything is covered right now for Miami. Rancor able to get 2. Trake's back into the action on the hard point. Easy follow-up onto Sib. Pistol, decent damage on the Neptune. My goodness, but Ghosty's double forces Super to have to try to play out through P1. He gets traded, but again, all this is timed to Miami, who's over the 200-point threshold now.
And now it's only another couple of good brace or fantastic holes. That's going to be closing moment for the Heretics. 210 to 115 going into our third set. Paris, you need to start finding every single kill if you want to stand a chance at a Duper making it happen. 3 almost finds the 4, but Miami are in.
No problems there for the trade on Trake's. MettalZ and Rancor inside the hard point. Team Nade, unfortunately, stopping Paris from finding a way to contest, and MettalZ can just hang out. Here's the pinch from Trake's. It's just so good. It's so good for Miami. 232, 115, and Paris are in solo queue mode right now.
Yeah, this is tough, man. Another situation where obviously you have to do everything you can to get them off the time, but the spawns have flipped. Miami set themselves up to close the game out at the P2, and the first thing that they have to get done is secure statue control. Rancor and Super already finding a double. The last 2 players from the Gentlemates on the time, and it's Super time and time again with this SMG having pop-off moments.
Oh, good pickup from MettalZ on the low E as well. Oh, just straight out obliterates Envoy. So now it's down to the final moment here for Paris. You have to secure this, trying to track behind the play. Has eyes on one, doesn't win the gunfight though. So Paris able to reinforce from the front. MettalZ still alive and kicking backside to try to block the spawns, but the rest of the Heretics are out.
The rest of the Heretics are out, but the Heretics that are still alive on this side of the map stall out a lot of time. And now here comes Drake, still making the big time play. Finds a double through side door, even though you have the back spawns. If you're the Gentlemates, you gotta go into the hard point.
And that's another moment right there from Neptune where he knows where the 1v1 is, but he sits on the higher. Of course, we get smoked out, but this is a fake. So yep, we watch Trake's, who's just looking to see how many toes he can count on this cross. Bold challenge for MettalZ, but it works out. Now Trake's a little bit of trouble, anticipating that there could be a play over through the middle of the map, but it's actually the one around the backside of the bar that comes through. 2v2 though with Super straight.
35 seconds left to go. And if you are the Gentlemates, you realistically might have to try to commit here because Miami are off the roto.
Yeah, but I don't know if Paris are going to expect this. Super finds one trade based on how that challenge came through too.
Yeah.
So. He's been all over the first blood engagements, for better or for worse. Here we go. This is what the people want to see. Who hits? Sib, first one to fall. Trake's David gets a nade, and that will be the round. And last, Ghosty. Oh, goodness.
He plays for Miami on that side of the map.
MettalZ is a guy I would go to the clear with.
He's that guy, bro. I'm with you.
Here we go again. Why not revisit it? Trake's, MettalZ, first one's forward. Paris trying to play her on the back, but it's another great nade from Rancor, who takes 3. Nowhere for Neptune to go. Miami taking the edge.
Yeah, you can't afford
5. Here we go. Paris going to display a little bit more of a passive setup around the bar. Sib is going to commit to the bomb heady, though. He finds the first. Keeps his life. Now there's a pinch over from the middle of the map. That works out really nicely here for Paris. Nowhere to go. The late stuns are coming through beautifully. Okay.
100% no. The play is at A. 40 seconds for a retake opportunity, but Sib playing such a crediting angle to watch the pitch. He's drawing the attention and wasting time.
Gets caught, but Neptune's in position to try to hold that off. Has to watch two things at once. Sees the initial cross. And that's a really good comm right now. Paris can just keep their guns up to the front. Ghosty tagged, though. Smoke comes through through the U-Haul. But this is taking a ton of time, but there's still nades in here. Oh my goodness, there's still nades for Miami to throw. Neptune now the last one left, stuck on the backside of the bar, and there's nowhere to go. What a retake from the Heretics.
He flipped the map on its head, and Ghosty trying to still wrap back to the spawn, but here's Super.
Yeah, should have an easy one here. Although, Ghosty is able to sniff out the corner, puts MettalZ into a position of bother. He's going to try to get some help from Rencore. The post plant is towards the defensive side of the map here. Oh, big wins, though, from Rencore. He finds two. Down to the 2v2. Time becoming an issue with 22 seconds on the clock. MettalZ just spamming out towards the bomb site. Rencore still playing a little bit of a delayed peek through the side door. But as MettalZ falls, now it's just down to Rencore. Yep, you just wait for the appropriate time to check when there's no more time left to defuse. No problem. Perfect post plant. Miami, back point.
Oh, yeah. Paris are getting outclassed, man. You send 4 players into the site, and you send, eventually, what they're thinking in the back of their mind is that whatever they throw at you is going to work. And this time, 3 players through the middle of the map, all out above that, but it's a 2v2.
Yep, Super able to keep his life. He was low. Sib holding to allow Ghosty to re-wrap back in for the plant at A. And now it's just every search and destroy star's dream. 2v2 S&D, 60 seconds on the clock.
And the gentleman's going to decide to push through A. Trying to clear out space, gather some information before they commit on the OBJ. But Miami aren't showing any signs of face.
Ghosty's done well to clear out B.
Timing.
Gonna try to hop on, but Super right there finds the first. Pulls Ghosty off the defeat of the plant, and it's just, thank you. Wow.
I don't even know what to think anymore about this Paris squad. Difference maker of how many scores you're going to get on the game, depending on all the kills he's going to have as your lead blocker. He's got to get these guys in the right mindset for this map.
We'll see what we do on the breakoff. Paris going to get some space here from Envoy, but gets red. Miami just perfectly await the play, and it's all 4 dead. And
already?
That's going to be an opening score, Jay.
Just like, I don't even know what to say at this point.
Too low, but he's able to at least convert onto 2. Super will keep the play stalled out, though, with that elimination onto Ghosty.
Yeah, now Super's got to wrap on back. You already know that Neptune took a lot of space on one side of the map. And he is also on 4 in a row, so Paris are looking to quickly try to tie the game up. You're finding the kills, you are getting the effective trades, and over the top, Sib is able to get score number 1.
Yeah, but here come the quick spawns for Miami down towards the bottom of the map. Drakes and MettalZ trying to take away that space over at A. Sib just needs to stay alive here. Good finesse, gives Envoy low. Super able to put together another kill onto Ghosty, but this is all just back and forth battles that allow Paris maybe a moment to grab and get some possession time.
You just need to get past Super, and that's great movement there from Envoy, because your lead blocker in Neptune already takes a lot of space. He's backing down the players from the Heretics, so once he falls, we gotta wrap right on back.
Repitch though from Ghosty, works out nicely. Drakes will drop, and that should lead to a possible comes to play for Envoy. Nades not gonna quite be there. And Ghosty will even come off the regen and find himself on 3 in a row. So Paris, 1 to the good, 2-1 the count, and we got pressure still all over the Miami spawns.
Yeah, this is what I've been waiting for Paris, to show me somewhat of some teamwork, and now it's on display here in the Overload, where they desperately need it. 45 seconds left to go on the half. And Miami just looking to clear out their spawn first, but on one side you got MettalZ contesting spawners, on the opposite side you got Rencore camping for them. With only 30 seconds left, it's still another battle for mid-map.
Paris with the numbers though for now. Neptune tagged, but still alive. Overtime looming. Sib finds the opener onto Super. Follow-up from Neptune, not going to come through. Miami, maybe a chance to get some numbers here as Envoy gets crossed up. Ghosty trying to play defense over the top, but he's getting tagged. Good response damage to come through, but keep your eye on number 4. Trakes is already creating some space over towards the backside at B. They really only need to stop the reinforcements to get this 1 kill grab before the overtime comes through, and MettalZ finds the kill to allow Miami to get their second.
It's just a perfect time because Renkor's already taken a lot of space through ring. The play is going to be developing at A, and one player is able to slip on by.
Neptune, a couple of shots are going to come through. He's the only defender that is here, and Trakes, a couple of pistol shots will hold Neptune back just a touch. He can't finish the kill though. And now you're going to trade onto Neptune. You've got a lot of pressure through the middle of the map. MettalZ able to find one more before dropping, but Paris looks like they should spawn up and be able to defend this.
Yeah, I would have loved to see Miami Heretics wrap it all the way back towards B, especially when Trace turns that corner and doesn't fall. But you commit through the middle of the map, and Paris are ready and waiting. It's already 2 minutes and 30 seconds wiped on this half, and we have yet to get a score, but this is the best chance for Paris to find one. They find the initial 2 kills. You got their lead blocker and Envoy pushing them back, and Paris are going to take the lead.
There you go. Ghosty going to wait to score for just a moment longer. And maybe he went a little bit too quick, because now all of a sudden you've got MettalZ and Super playing through. Shut down on the egg. The shots come through. That's going to turn Super back around. Not fully though, because the focus is about to force us in for the front. Can they find a way to get their MettalZ into the time too? And then, oh my goodness, they get up and over to score. So Sib looked like he was about to be right in the middle of the play, but Miami made the call, leave him, let's just run forward, and it works out for a tie game.
He's just not there. He's not there for his team. His team is probably thinking he's our safety net, because we're gonna spawn all the way across the map, but Miami Heretics tie the game at a very crucial moment. Now with only 30 seconds left remaining here on the exposure. One more push for either squad, but it's a battle for mid-map.
Super gonna hold back just a touch. 17 seconds until we get to the end of regulation. Paris look like the ones that are likely to control this EMP. But here come Miami, trying to take it back. Last 8 seconds, couple of kills come through. Can't quite get to the EMP. They need to find the skill in Envoy. Last 4 seconds, and Envoy will fall, but Sib. Last 1v1, that could determine if there is going to be any sort of an overtime, and no, not the case. We headed to extra time. Simply, Super is just going to play his life and see if he can catch anyone through the P2 stairs. That's easy. 4 minutes on the clock. Minute already gone. MettalZ is going to grab and try to just pull this thing back over to P2. He's out, but the problem is there's so many Paris members that are still here. Pistol win comes through, but you still have to find a way to win this next one. Up and over, not going to happen. Ghosty shuts it down.
Now defense to offense for the Gentlemates, but you probably don't want to commit forward unless you find a couple of kills. Sib with the frag, Envoy with the gunny. Gives them the opportunity to push it right up through the B street, but now with the extra wave of players on the side of the Heretics, you slow them down, you're forcing a rotation, and now the play is developing at A.
Could be an opportunity here, especially with Envoy moving through the middle of the map. Right back over to B. Super's gonna be the first one to get here. Stuns will land, trying to reveal this. Here comes the chance to try to score. First kills come through, up and over. Ghosty's able to find that through the threshold, and Paris able to get on the board first. Pretty serviceable time at top that.
Yeah, the perfect moment to strike. Because you're not allowing Miami any full team pushes. Now only a minute left.
Well, Super, good timing here. Or is it? Ghosty just turns over, snaps, finds the kill. And the EMP threatening a score over towards B now for Paris to put this one to bed. Ghosty over the top, good first. Now it's time to can he find the one down low. He's able to find it, connect onto it, pistol off for 3. Ghosty may have just put this one away. Neptune could just grab it, run it forward. Miami spawning down towards dirt, not gonna get here in time. We've got a 4th map.
All right, now you got to do it on a map that you have played a lot all throughout stage 3. And the break off already off to a great start. Envoy finds one.
At least initially. Some Kex control going to come through. Nice win over the top. Neptune just trying to hold back this play down low at barrels. Trakes. Whoa, okay, hold on a second. Neptune's finessed nicely. He's going to turn himself into a walking double kill. More on the way as he finds Super. And the last one left alive in Renkor can only do so much against the full force of Paris. So really good response here from Paris. Going to get the opening time and set themselves up to hold off that right side of the map.
Yeah, now you just got to shut down this next wave, and that P2 initially is going to go your way. Miami are not willing to give up all this time for free. Still going to reign supreme with the S&Ds right up through the middle of the map. But Neptune is continuously getting lost. Already sitting at 4-0. You're going to put down shots, and you still can't finish them. Mr. McLeod is starting to move.
And he knows he's got to try to watch this rotation around the back towards P2, but he's shut down. Sib next one up. MettalZ close by. Spawns. Nate cooked up doesn't really affect Sib though much at all. Here comes the pitch over to the side door. Sib taking damage. Lots of damage. Already finished off, and Neptune will fall. Paris not able to bunker in from the hard point itself. Trakes up and over. Last one left to find would be Ghosty, and Trakes will do that as well. Really clean break for Miami.
Yeah, and the way that Miami set that up is perfection, man. One guy spawns all the way out, but The 3 guys on the backside of Warehouse, you need to be the initiator for MettalZ's play to make a big impact. Even though he doesn't find a kill, you get the information onto the last guy. And now you're able to create some extra space. Heretics fantastic here at the P2, but in the final 20 seconds, this is where you have to cut your losses if you're the Gentlemates, not die off the rotation and give yourself a disadvantage at new.
Yeah, I love this little route here from Super. He's being chased by Envoy, not having a chance to turn back around. So, yes, Miami very successful through P2, but Paris have the setup that they would prefer for the 3rd hard point coming up next. Drake's already getting up towards top bridge, though. Here comes the full force of Miami. They find a 2nd kill on top of that. If they take care of Envoy, that should block the spawn zone, and they do. They can't find a single kill, do Paris. It's just down to Sib. He's got to watch 3 things at once, and it's an immediate break for Miami.
Off of the first attempt at that, where you were reading the pressure to perfection. Just gonna clutch up in a bunch of one-on-one gunfights. Now Miami get the break for a good chunk of time, and they still have those back spawns. The only one here trying to contest it, or at least make this mixy, is gonna be McLeod. He finds 2, but now everyone's off the respawn.
Contest is in. Envoy able to get back into the hard point. They're looking just for 1, and that's a good counter break for Paris. 20 seconds of scrap time to come through. MettalZ trying to hold an angle, but shut down as Neptune gets to 4 in a row. And now a chance to start to play off the rotation over towards 4.
Yeah, the Major 1 MVP is starting to strike, man. Still sitting at double positive, another 4 streak, reading the pressure to perfection on 5 now. But you don't have the rotation over towards new, but thankfully that new hill is yet to pop, so 1 player from Miami.
Be good to guarantee Super to spawn up. Good, and he will. Neptune some damage, but can't get quite to the Hellstorm. Sib shut down over towards the side steps. And Paris is trying to hit from the front, but Miami are swarming. They've got the numbers, they've got the block. Why not go ahead and just try to deter the Paris setup?
Yeah, now on your 2nd attempt, how are we gonna set it up? Neptune working on the long route. Person spotting him is going to be Rencore, so that's already an initial kill going their way. The rest of the pressure is right at the front door. MettalZ is getting a good understanding of it, and all the teammates are here to just fly through and pick up all the trades.
Chance though still for Paris in this last one into finesse from the front. They're able to get 2 players in. Drake's in trouble, will fall. Okay, not bad scrap time right there for Paris, all things told. Rencore just going to put himself in the corner. Stun comes through, but Neptune can't quite find him. This would be a big kill if you can find Envoy. Not going to happen. And then Sib, a little bit of space from the front, trying to get a little bit more, but the kills still come through. Paris in control until...
If you are Trakes, your teammates are here to help you now. But Sib is taking care of them with frags over the top. MettalZ trying to be effective on the pinch, and he's able to find a double. Now your AR players are also going to be here, and the map has flipped on its head. Miami in hardpoint is seemingly being too much right now for Paris to handle.
Yeah, I mean, Paris is getting a couple of decent looks, to be sure. They just, like we talk about, having a tough time getting themselves in the perfect setup to actually earn 60+ seconds worth of time. MettalZ over the top, big win on the Ghosty. That will alleviate the pressure from around the back, leaving Miami just to focus on the front. Neptune only able to get a couple, not enough to set up or even move this Miami team at all around the hill.
Now going into this 2nd set, man, Paris, if you're going to be late off the rotations, your breaks need to be a whole lot better. Because Miami, when they are fully set up, they're seemingly unbreakable.
Sib crossed between 2 different Miami members. Ghosty attempting to help, but the trades go the way of Miami. Now it's just down to Neptune. Last one left, and he just can't do anything from that corner. So another moment where Paris are in the hard point around it first, but cannot find the kills they need.
They're just so far spread, and every single time, Miami are capitalizing on so many different angles, forcing them to throw the teamwork out the window. You need to gun me to stand a chance at holding down this HP. And every time you lose in those fights, Miami are making an extra step on top of that. An 80-point difference here. An opportunity to send Paris packing at the worst placing so far in the season. You need to fight, and you need to start to win a rotation, and you're already late to this one.
Yeah, you have to win too, you would think. Just getting to a point where it could be 210 to 89.
Yep.
Not feeling good, but one member in Trakes does spawn out for Miami. You need to find these kills from the front right here, right now, if you are Paris, but Neptune can only get 1, and that's going to be an immediate
opportunities.
Setup.
This one is looking like their best chance here because you found the opening kill. Now there's pressure from side, though. There's pressure from the front. We have the numbers in the time. We're just not effectively getting the trades. And now Envoy, last man standing with Rencore coming right behind you. This 30 seconds is looking like it's going to go to the Heretics.
It should, but Envoy actually catches 2. Problem is, nobody else from Paris could really follow up in the numbers now to get back to level terms. Good follow-up, Sib, Neptune, find 3. This is an important moment right here for Paris. They're going to get over the 100-point threshold, and they're doing rotation to new. And Miami are being held, trying to rotate back, but Neptune surely to be overwhelmed here. will maybe now have a chance for the Heretics to start making some moves over towards 3.
Yeah, the leader's advantage, you're going to play for an extra 15 seconds of junk time, especially with the aggression that you put on the map once you found that kill. Allows Neptune to still cross the map. Sib, Ghosty, Envoy need to clutch up in the man down.
And this is another one of those moments like we were here last time, where if you're Paris, you cannot allow this setup to be completely destroyed. And it's not looking good, at least initially. Rencore shut down, though. That's a big set of doubles from Sib from inside the hardpoint on 5 in a row. Could earn himself a Hellstorm, and boy, do Paris need it.
Yeah, he's providing his team a lifeline right now. This is the guy who can take over games with his M15 because he simply does not miss shots when he's on one. But that Hellstorm could play a big part potentially to the comeback. This has been a fantastic hold here at the P3, and now with kills going your way, you're going to open up that back spawn. 2 players from the Heretics going to be behind enemy lines. You have the advantage off the rotation. You just got to locate where these guys are.
And honestly, if you were looking at this from Paris, focus purely on the back. Let Sib call in the Hellstorm if you need it. And they may not even need it, especially if Envoy can find this kill to back onto Rencore, which he does. This is a chance for Paris to get right back into the game. Sib just trying to deter the setup, delay Miami from hitting. Lots of damage, can't find the kills. Miami's starting to get some numbers, though. Again, there's a little bit disjointed there for Paris, and the pressure's on.
And now it's only a 70-point game, and Sib is going to feel that pressure. Going to invest the Hellstorm to just allow his teammates to be free on the time. But they're losing the gunfights on the HP. I'm assuming that there had to be a trophy system or something there for the Heretics, because that's not as clean, but it's still Paris in the hill.
Paris in the hill, but they lose the spawns. Miami, 20 seconds to fight for, and look at the route from MettalZ and Rencore. Just going to stop the rotation. They're going to chalk up a lot of this time, or at least envelop the hard point and see if maybe from the front there's a chance to get a little bit of this contest time underway. 2 kills come through. Trades looking decent right now for Paris, especially as they respond in kind of pistol out. Trakes, though, turns that into a double.
And the team initially to start off at the P5. Trades going back and forth. Neptune making sure the flank is going to be safe, and Sib still beaming with that M15. You're keeping the numbers on your side. You are pushing Miami Heretics back, and we almost have an opportunity for a lead change.
Looks like that very well may come through. Miami still fighting, trying to find a way to use these minis, but nice shots from Ghosty on the way. Rencore trying to respond with 2 of his own. Sib, you know he wants to challenge. He just got a player low, but he will lose his life. 208 to 210. Envoy flying into the hard point. He's going to find himself too. Not able to get more than that, but Paris still have numbers. Just comes down to will they actually commit to getting into the hard point here. Nice shots from Ghosty at 26 and 21. It's going to lead to Paris largely getting the scrap time, and keep your eye on Sib. He's on rotation.
Yeah, and there's no more plan for junk time now if you're the Heretics. That leader's advantage was one hell of a thing, but you no longer have it. Paris are punching you in the face. They are pushing you in the backside of the warehouse, and McLeod is still popping multi-kill after multi-kill. 235 to 212, and Paris gentlemen have all of them.
You have to win these battles immediately if you're Miami. 240, 212. Here comes the play over towards the bar. Sib able to find the first. Now he's got an NPC to play with. Miami are trying to set themselves up for a pinch, but no kills are coming their way. What a comeback from Paris. From the literal depths of the grave, down 80 plus. They make the comeback happen. We're going 5. We're going to take the close angle over towards the rail yard. Paris looking to contest this. Sib will be sniping over the top. Nice shots from Neptune. Good clearance coming through. He wants more. Does he need more? No. Sib's going to find the connections, an early 4v2.
Yeah, Super is already out to play. Now in a 4v2, you have this guy trapped in towards small room, but Drakes is dancing. Somehow, some way, he's able to get out of dodge, reposition himself, but not able to find the kill. There goes Sib with the second on the round, and now it's MettalZ left in a 1v4.
Yeah, there goes that man right there. Able to hit the scope, get the pin.
Working his way up through train. But if you are Drakes, just keep that B-bomb safe, we're good.
Oh, he slipped through here. Hold on a second. There's going to be a chance to isolate. Finds the first, has to commit for the plan. Rencore and Trakes around the back. And Trakes will meet him there, no problem. Backside street. Miami respond.
Yeah, I just think Paris, like you said, my friend.
Like right now if you're Miami. But another moment where Sib shows some pressure, and it kind of has to force Miami to play through small here. Not going to feel great on approach, as they haven't seen Ghosty in a while from top barn. And that's why. You just have to hold this ladder right now if you're Ghosty, but not able to do so. Sib with one of the responses. Quick response, though, from Miami. Envoy right here to try to follow these forces. A team kill makes things plausible for Neptune. Right behind the play, 1v2 situation. He finds the first of the 1v1.
Sib is taking a very aggressive angle into the small room. There's one player watching it, and Rencore, you got an M15, not a sniper. First blood goes to Sib. And how the play call is completely different. Let's wrap back to his tunnel.
That's a freebie right there. That Trakes is lucky to still be alive. Whoa, super response by getting up top at the middle of the map. And now MettalZ is in a position to possibly stop the bomb carrier from finding its way over towards A. One would be fine here. Two would be unbelievable. There's the first. No, it's Envoy with the deep slide. And now scrambling are the Heretics defensively. Do they have nades to get over the top here potentially? Looks like maybe yes. Angle for Super, trying to watch the cross through, but 20 seconds. The bomb's not being planted yet, but Trakes, yeah, the M15, not where you want to be. Leaving it down, just down to Super. Gonna get the first, but not the second. Paris with the response.
Paris just taking their time on their attacks, man. You get the first blood. They have played so many different angles so far on this map, but now the timing is gonna go in favor of Dante. The slide and glide, the quick scope across the map for another first blood, and give me kill number 2, 4v2 for Paris.
I didn't see that first kill from Sib's POV. He looked like he was down below the bomb. What a shot. And now 4v2, Miami, you just have to hope you isolate. And Envoy's gonna get the information he needs to play barrels.
Yeah, Sib is here to help him. Doesn't connect onto either one of the shots, but Envoy still finds one. So it's Rencore left in the 1v4. Pistol shots, good enough to weaken him a little bit. But Dante is popping take in this game 5.
Neptune just able to dodge his way back over to safety. And Sib, no sniper this time, is in a position to stop the response and the rotation. Does he get a look at Rencore here? Oh my. Yeah, and he wants more! Oh my goodness, Sib with the pistol, not gonna be able to find MettalZ, but he's done more than enough. Follow-up though, not there. Ghosty's trying to get the trade.
What?
No way! Looked like it should be a free round. And now it's down to Neptune for a 1v2.
There's 30 seconds left to go. You have no idea where he is if you are the Heretics with MettalZ stoles your shoulder. Now you have the info.
What a game-changing, altering round. I mean, you could not have asked for anything more right there if you're Paris. But one of those moments...
Gonna take a lot of time just to clear out your spawn, and it's a triple stack from Miami in towards barn.
You just can't allow Miami to stay here at the barn. But how do you re-break this? That helps, but MettalZ gets the response. Is there a trade behind this? Sib able to give you the first. 2v2 situation, 25 of the clock. Ghosty gets some damage in, but the chase easier said than done as Trakes is able to set up his Alamo, find the win. Leaving it just down to Sib. This will be a 1v2 now up the top. Oh, shots are clean, but Trakes a little bit quicker.
And Sib is able to connect onto another shot. So that should allow you to have all the information. A-bomb is gonna be crystal clear, but we need more teammates to make sure this is gonna be a lockdown post plan.
Yeah, Neptune just trying to watch over the backside of the flank. Ghosty, the second line of defense behind this setup. And Super is just gonna try to sneak over the bomb, but Sib connects once again. 13 for Sib. Miami's still trying to work around the back. They're gonna find a couple isolated kills. And if you're Paris, just get together. Get in like a weapon if you're Sib. Gonna hold on to the snipe. Here comes the smoke approach. Meaning that Sib has to go to the pistol or at least hit a quick snipe over through the doorway. 20 seconds on the clock. Miami able to re-wrap back in.
Setting up Envoy.
They're trying to. And Miami's still hunting for kills. They may have missed their opportunity. Pistol for Sib, gonna prevent the damage. Last 8 seconds, no chance to defuse. Paris gonna tie the round.
Yeah, too much hide and go seek there from the Heretics. Sib is able to locate 3 kills on the round. This guy is just pulling his
Lots of nades over the top here for Paris. Miami in the area. And Trakes is maybe a kill and a half at most away from earning a Hellstorm. So if you're Miami, get your info. Find an opportunity to isolate. And they might try to do that right here on the Sib, who finds his 15th kill. Oh my goodness, he knows someone else is in the area. Neptune's nade's gonna land. Trakes stuck over towards mid. Bomb carrier for Rencore still playing it in, gets found, but Trakes gets kill number 6. Does he get away? Not quite. And now Paris, one away. Initially off of this opening fallout, so there's an opportunity to just, again, use Sib to clear out space over towards courtyard, and they know that MettalZ is playing close. Stun's gonna come through, trying to bully him out. Sib responsible for the middle of the map, able to connect for a kill number 16. They also find the connection on the MettalZ. It's all turning up for Paris.
He ties the record, man. Our teammate's gonna set him up to potentially break it. I don't think Ghosty's gonna give him the opportunity. It's a 1v4.
It's just down to what Trakes can do. He's gonna do absolutely nothing. And a reverse sweep from Paris. And the one guy that we were saying, the spotlight